We're here. How we doing? It's the How We Doing podcast. Okay, it's not only a podcast, but it's a movement. All right, this is your first time checking us out. Welcome. This is episode
blank to be determined.
To be determined.
Insert audio here.
Yes, because
you'll find out.
Audio here. That was good, Danito. And go. We tell you here to hold the freaking door. It's that simple, that easy. Okay, got to be the light in people's days. That's what we do here on the How We Doing pod. All right, and make somebody smile. All right, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
All right. Here right now, this is Giacomo speaking. We have Cristo.
I'm Cristo. How you doing? Happy evening. Happy New Year.
All that, and we got Nico.
Hi guys. Hey, how you doing?
Introduce
Welcome.
yourself. Say something about yourself.
I'm the one you like the most.
Yeah, there
The
it
one
is.
that entertains the most. That
Okay.
let's not leave
Yeah,
special
of
guests
course.
out.
Yeah, of course. And we got Daddy-O. We got Jimbo. He goes by Jimbo. Used to be called Red back in the day. Guy's straight gangster from New York, Brooklyn.
Why they call you Red?
Why they call me Red?
Yeah, why they call you Red?
We'll get into that. We'll get into that,
Well, you know.
we'll get into that in a second. Hold on.
All right, we don't have to start so hot.
Okay, so look, you just started your
Good
day.
deal.
All right. You got a drink in your hand, okay? You got your coffee, margarita,
yeah.
this, that, whatever it may be. You're listening to us, okay? Take a sip, take a nice deep breath. As we pull you away from the craziness and nurture our minds. How we doing, baby? Here we are. Back to the red. How
How we doing?
How we doing, bagel?
Yeah.
Bagel.
Schmiggity-bop.
Schmiggity-boo.
Special dish episode.
This is our father.
This is where we come from.
This is where we come from.
Our father.
I did it.
It was me.
Lots of
Did it.
greatness. Lots of greatness.
Yeah.
Did a good job, if I do say so myself.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to be here with the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Appreciate.
You are just a natural showman. You know, this is where we get it from. You.
Yeah, I'd say
Mr.
so.
Red. Did they call you Mr. Red or did they call you just
Mr.
Red?
Just Red.
Just Red.
Wasn't
That's
Big
right.
Red?
Because he's big enough to be like Mr.
Was
Red.
it because of your hair when you were younger, or was it because of other things?
No, it's because of my hair color.
What
Was
other
it
things
'cause-
would it be?
I thought because like your face get red, like when you get real.
a little tense, a little angry?
No, only the hair. And that's
Okay.
something to do with the hair.
That's
But,
it.
you know, he did follow suit. You
It's
used
cool.
to have a red truck.
I had a red truck. Yep.
You say red is your favorite color.
I say no.
You don't know Dad's favorite color?
No, I do. I'm playing into we're doing a podcast
you're
here,
fake.
bro.
What is my favorite color?
Green.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
See, I was thinking that. I
As
didn't
long
want
as
to be
you
wrong, though.
As long as you didn't change it.
I
Yeah.
like the slight surprise in his voice, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep. So let's see. What else could we go over here? You know, Jimbo, he comes from Brooklyn. All right.
Shout out
boogie
Brooklyn.
boogie down Brooklyn, not Bronx. Sorry. You guys take a back seat for now.
Can you
And,
call it boogie down? Is that a thing?
Boogie down Bronx is
it's
a thing.
Boogie down. Okay.
Yeah, like you
I digress.
place. I think it's a place in.
Yeah,
The
why
Bronx.
is it called the Boogie Down?
That's a good
Do
question.
you know that?
I never heard the term.
Really?
Boogie down?
The Boogie Down.
No.
The Boogie Down Bronx. No?
No.
You never went to the Boogie down Bronx?
No,
Bonnie?
I don't
Blame it on the
not too
boogie.
familiar with Bronx.
He's already on it,
Oh.
this kid,
What does he got?
because it was the birthplace of hip hop. Really, birthplace of hip hop.
This is true.
The Boogie down.
That's
Ah,
why
see,
they
that's
call it the
pretty-
Boogie Down.
That's,
That's
pretty
cool.
interesting.
The Boogie Down. DJ Cool Hercs.
Oh, DJ Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that guy.
DJ Cool.
Cool.
You've heard his records before.
Jake.
Name
Yeah,
one.
I-
Name five.
I actually have one of his songs in my music. You want me to check right now?
Do you
it.
really?
I'm pretty sure.
DJ Cool with a K, too. Not DJ Cool to see.
DJ
Not to be confused.
Cool. Yeah, I got this song right here.
What song?
We'll get copyrighted.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
just
copyright.
Don't
Do you
it,
think
don't
we
do
have
it.
enough views to get copyrighted?
Probably not, but you know, it's
Maybe.
YouTube. YouTube is YouTube be like that. They be pulling tricks, man.
YouTube do be like that.
That was a good one. You said it right too.
You said do.
Wait. Okay. So Jimbo,
No, I didn't.
back to Jimbo's.
You do.
Spotlight's on you right now. We got to know some things that used
James
to go
likes
down.
to get right on the guests.
I just
you really do.
I'm
You
pouncing
like
on
to
right
just-
now. Just
All right.
this is my time right
All
now.
All right,
Yeah.
Junior, lay it on me.
So back in Brooklyn, in the prime of Brooklyn, you tell me
How well? First of all,
Just tell me.
how old
Tell-
are you?
how wait at this time. Well, no, like what 20s somewhere in the right.
Say it again.
How old
Like
is he now
sometime-
or when?
Well,
Back
we're
then,
trying to
in the
gauge
20s
like what your age was back in the 70s, 80s, right? Like you
Yeah,
were
I
born
grew-
in the 60s,
Yeah, I was born in the '60s. I grew up in the '70s.
right? So what
So tell us more about that.
What
That's
time-
that's when all the was hitting the fan.
was hitting the fan?
That's when
back
things
then?
were fun. Probably, right?
What
when-
happens when things hit the fan in the 70s?
It was all happening.
Brooklyn.
It was great. It was a great place to grow up. Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff going on. There was gang fights and
That's a great place to grow.
bar fights,
How many of these did you get into?
and you gave us a ball. We occupied our time with just a ball, any ball, a dodgeball, a Spalding, a kickball, a punch ball,
Huh?
slap ball,
I used to see. I like slap ball.
stoop
I play
ball.
Yeah.
You ever hear of
See?
stoop ball?
Stoop ball's underrated.
Stoop ball.
It is
Totally
underrated.
underrated.
Stoop
right.
ball's when you throw it off the stoop and you get the points. If you hit like the
Right.
actual stoop, it's like a
I used to
hundo.
play that all the
right?
time.
It bounces.
Yeah,
It's 5. It's on a fly. It's
Yeah,
10. If it hits the point and you catch it,
100.
it's 100.
Oh yeah.
Or hits the point and bounces, it's 50.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, it was great.
I
Yeah.
used to play that all the time.
What was that?
when I
What was that other
Yeah, you
game?
taught us some good games. Scully,
Oh,
right?
Skelly.
That's-
Yeah,
yeah,
Skelly.
Skelly,
Skelly
that's
was
it.
great.
You were
Dan,
gonna-
can you look that up? How do you spell it? Though?
You were gonna make a.
Well, they called it Scully, I think. Skully, but we called it Skelly.
Okay.
So
You were
know,
gonna make a Skelly board.
Okay.
yeah. Well, it's a street game. You play it on
Kind of
the-
like a. Well, no, it's not like what was that game we used to play with the backgammon? Was it
Backgammon?
backgammon.
backgammon? No,
That's
it's not
different.
like
That's a
that.
Greek game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do we have anything on Scully?
Children's game played on the streets of urban
Skull
areas
ball.
such as New York. The game is played on a board drawn on the sidewalk with
Yeah.
chalk.
You
be
flick
played
bottle
by 2 to
caps
6
into
players.
their
With bottle
boxes,
caps, right?
Yeah.
Then reverse order.
So
So it's kind of like shuffleboard, maybe?
so now
It's
kinda
when you
like-
shoot a bottle cap from a starting line. You shoot
gotta
it
get
into
a
box
certain range,
1.
Right. Yeah.
Then you go to box 2, 3, all the way up to 13, which is in the middle. Then you spin it
Oh,
around.
yeah, you got to get it to
and then you
land.
go backwards, and then you go backwards. And once
Oh.
you get to 1 backwards, then you become a killer.
It's kind of like
Then
what's
you
that game with the
Oh, with
bushes
the
and the
and there's sand and stuff, and it has
ice
to.
game?
Oh, it's curling.
Curling.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are like that.
Right?
Mm.
Like kind of, but because
Concept
there's like
is
a
there.
triangle that they
Yeah,
have
you
to
need
get
it to
into.
land somewhere, yada, yada, yada.
Similar to that.
Mm.
So
That's cool.
Dad told me, trick. I'm not sure if it's a trick or that's just what you do. Take the cap, and you put like a penny in there, make it heavier, right? And then you go ahead and you melt a bunch of wax in there, something
yeah,
like
you melt
that.
wax in it. Yeah, sure.
So now that's what everybody did.
Sure,
Or is
so-
that
So this is because then you knock the guy into oblivion.
he's gone?
He's gone. Once you hit him three
Safeway.
times in a row, he's gone.
C'est fait.
So now was everybody doing that, or was it just some
Everybody was playing Skelly.
okay.
So you were going home and putting work into.
Oh yeah,
Skelly caps.
Skelly was the bomb.
How many Skelly caps did you have?
Oh, I used to use the very fine. Very fine made a nice big fat cap. And, the very fine apple juice and grape juice, and,
Huh.
and it was big. It was huge.
You
and
think caps were made of different stuff back then? Were they more?
the very fine caps were beautiful.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. They're absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful dogs. Beautiful dogs. Big, beautiful dogs.
They were beautiful. Love
Yeah.
looking
Everything
at
back then was more like,
Yeah.
like a fridge
Well, yeah, I mean,
made of
there's
like
more.
real
There's more detail
material.
back in like when people with architecture or just whatever
Yeah, things
overall
were, they
design.
weren't made.
Everything's like so plain now.
Yeah.
Did you ever go into the refrigerator and just say go to like a orange juice, say this. I'm taking it.
We're going
And, like,
capless.
you just like left it uncapped.
No.
You ever
no.
left anything uncapped in the
No,
refrigerator?
no.
I was kind of hoping you would.
Yeah, we just all did it right from the grocery store. You know.
You took it from the grocery
Spun
store.
it off.
And mine. That's
boy.
great. That's
If
brilliant.
you need a quick cap, you just run in and screw
Quick
it
cap.
off.
There you go.
It's great.
So what else is like? What's one of the most craziest experiences you had back in Brooklyn?
Wow.
You must have had something. Crazy time.
Oh boy. Wow. Jeez. Well, this one time, we were playing slap ball, and this car hit me, and I flew like 30 feet in the air.
What?
Yeah. I never told
I don't
you the
remember
story?
you telling me this story.
Yeah, he hit me when I was running across the street, and I dented his hood.
Of course you
What
did.
kind of car was it?
It was a '67 Chevy Impala.
Ooh.
It
That
was,
thing's real
Damn,
made out of.
pull that
it
big
was
boy up real quick.
strong
Let me
as
see that boat.
Sherman tank.
No match for this guy.
I still have the dent. I have a dent in my thigh.
That car
Do
did?
you have a dent right in your thigh,
I
like
have
closer
a-
to your hip?
Still, I have a dent right here. Yeah.
That's it?
What?
Yeah.
This thing
There
hit
it
you?
is. Yep,
You mean
there
to
it
tell
is.
me this thing hit you and you put a dent in it?
I dented that.
Like
dent.
where?
a-
Like which headlight?
I dented him on the hood right there, right where he's pointing.
That's a steel bumper if I've ever
Yo,
seen one.
That thing is. They don't make bumpers like that
The-
anymore.
the hood-
That's crazy.
The hood dented my thigh, and the bumper caught me in the knee, in the side of my knee, on the other leg.
So you went flying 30 feet. Did your shoes fall off?
No, but some guy,
Solid.
Size of
guy.
shoes correct.
some guy poured a bottle of juice in my mouth while I was lying on the floor.
He thought that would do it for you.
He thought that would take me out of shock. I don't know.
That's like Michael Scott in The Office when he's friggin' trying to save Stanley, He's shoving a wallet into his mouth. That's insane.
So did the car stop or he just hit
Yeah,
it?
he stopped. He was actually our handyman from the hardware store.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
Look at
this
that.
guy
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, this guy Doug, but
You ever, did he ever
no,
say
like,
sorry?
no suing.
your grandmother didn't want to sue him, so
How much free work do you guys get?
She's a good soul.
we didn't get any free work.
Oh, damn.
I got to stay home from school though.
Nice with a dent.
Yeah, that's
with
what
a
it
dent in the
With
hip.
dent in my thigh.
In the
Yeah,
thigh.
yeah,
Wow,
it was,
interesting.
it was cool.
A little scoop from back when.
Well, that was
How old were you?
that was in like 73, maybe 1973.
You were already a stock house.
I was like 11 to 12.
Yeah, you're already a freak.
You were 12?
12-year-old. 12-year-old dense Chevy Impala hood.
I mean, that's definitely news. That's newsworthy for sure.
They don't
But
make
you
them.
didn't
They
break
don't
any.
make them like
you didn't break any
anymore.
bones.
I was like about 225 pounds. I was six. I was already 6'1".
You
At 12?
serious?
6'1"
Why didn't
and
any
big.
like
Damn.
we're like
Yeah, we all missed that boat.
yeah? Why didn't we get the?
Yeah, what the? They were putting something in the milk. They were
Matter
putting something
of
real
fact,
Yeah, like you're not even tall. You're barely tall.
Yeah, I'm taller than both of you,
milk. I mean,
but I'm
told
barely
me,
tall.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, there was this guy. My friend of mine. His father was a kidnapper, and
make it sound like it's a profession.
It's
he-
clocked
Did
in.
he have a business model?
he did. Actually, he was a businessman.
Jeez.
So,
All right.
so this guy, he owned a liquor store, and he was gay. His father was gay,
Okay.
and he met like his lover in the gay bar, and then there was the son of the owner of Seagram 7, Scotch whiskey, whatever it was. He was going to cut him out of the will. So because of it, they devised a scheme to kidnap, to stage a kidnapping, and to get 2.3 million from his father, because he was cut out of the will because his father was marrying somebody.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I remember that happened. That happened in my old neighborhood, right on Forster Avenue in Brooklyn.
Did you know that was like? Did you know they were scheming, or you found out after the fact?
Well, it even gets better.
Oh boy.
The night before, like it was a Saturday night. Or Friday night. A Friday night, we were hanging out in the alleyway, drinking behind the building, where this old man's apartment was, and the old man was in the hospital. So the father had a key. He was watching the apartment,
Mhm.
and the 2.3 million was in 2 garbage bags right by the window. And one of the guys we were hanging out with broke the window with a bedpost or something from the garbage, and he wanted to go inside, but we took him home. And the very next morning, the helicopters were everywhere, SWAT, the news teams,
Oh.
because the daughter, my friend's sister, she overheard the conversation. She got nervous and she she ratted out her own father.
Oh my gosh.
Oh snap!
So
Whoa, that's some
Rat out
wild
your
shit.
father?
it's in the Guinness World Book of Records. It was the Bronfman kidnapping.
Oh, cool. Dan, Donito, could you get on that?
Was it like
That's
the
what was the name?
like the
Bronco?
highest
What-
ransom?
Highest ransom since like Sinatra's son, I think.
What was-
Bronfman? How do you spell it?
Bronfman, Bronfman. Samuel Bronfman. He was the owner of Seagram 7. And his son,
Sinatra's son got kidnapped?
I think so. Yeah. I
Well,
never,
you sense
Is that like with the mob or something? What did that happen?
I don't remember.
So
See, there-
Bronfman,
Bronfman kidnapped,
Bronfman-
75. There you go.
Samuel Bronfman, 21-year-old heir to the Bronfman family trust,
Yep.
then worth 750
And there's the
million.
kidnapping right there. August 8th,
1975.
75, baby.
His kidnappers were caught. Wow.
Yeah, the ransom
Was
the-
being
Wait.
buried
Scroll
alive with a
back up, Dan.
10-day supply. Wait.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
he was
A ransom note claimed Brothman was being buried alive with a 10-day supply of oxygen and threatened that if the ransom was not paid, the abductors would kill Brothman's father.
it was all
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. 10-day
Wow,
worth
you-
of oxygen. That's a little.
Cyanide bullets.
yeah. Bronfman was in
Scroll back up, Dan.
what's his name?
The defense attorney confessed in 2020 that he had been aware of the defense was a lie and that Bronfman had been an innocent victim.
Do they talk
That's in
about
2020.
do they talk about the kidnappers?
Let's see. So the kidnappers
See, it
wasn't
happened.
his
See,
son?
the police and FBI raided Lynch. Yeah, Mel Patrick Lynch. Mel Patrick Lynch was a fireman. That was Dominic Burns' father.
Flatbush, Brooklyn apartment.
Lover.
That was you?
Yeah, it was 601 East 19th Street. Yeah.
So wait.
Yeah, Dominic Byrne. There he is.
So quick question. Let's just rewind on this story for a second because it's pretty crazy. You mean to tell me the night before you were at this dude's house and
You were-
about to take the money?
You were where the money was?
The money was like 3 feet from us. It was in by the window.
And your friend was gonna
Our friend Woody, this guy Woody, was a nut job.
So he knew he had some intel.
No, he just was
Oh,
drunk.
he just wanted to break into
Oh,
the
He
house.
was
just-
drunk.
And
Oh, he
but
was
how do you
drunk.
guys?
Oh,
how
that's
do
why
you,
you said
how'd
you
you
took
know
him
the
home.
money
so
was in there?
that's the
We
craziness
found
of
out
the
the next
story.
morning.
Oh,
Like if you would have let him do the irresponsible thing, you might have found a bag of
If he wanted to go
2.4 mil.
in, we would have found the money,
snap.
and we would have probably got caught because we were kids. So what are we going to do with all
Yeah,
that
you
money?
wouldn't have been able to do
Yeah,
that.
Mel
Wow.
Patrick Lynch. There he
Yeah.
is.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
Burns
you
defense-
you
wow.
came close to doing something pretty.
But if you played your cards
You're
right,
wild.
Dad, maybe we'd be doing this podcast somewhere else.
Yeah, just
Possible.
open up a few businesses.
Yeah,
maybe.
we could have been doing it in Sing Sing
Yeah.
or a federal prison.
Yeah. No, we don't steal.
Oh, that's
Not
good
here to
stuff.
steal.
That's good
That's right.
stuff.
Um,
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like different times back then. I feel like you could get away with a lot more. But I think it was like a level playing field at the same time.
Yeah, social media probably knocked that out of the water.
It was fun. It was
Can't do anything now.
it was great to be part of it.
Yeah, pretty different, interesting time. I mean,
Don't get me wrong. I loved my friend, and I loved his father. He was a great man. He was a really good guy. You know, Dominic was really good people.
Yeah,
So,
got wrapped up in a bad situation.
yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, when I watch A Bronx Tale, I just usually think about how times might have been then. even though Bronx Tale did not take
We
place.
were
in-
alive during the.
I was.
Well,
not-
no.
Bronx
During
Tale
the
what?
50s.
Takes place. Oh yeah, it's earlier.
Yeah, it's true.
What do you
Wait.
mean when they filmed it? Or
Wasn't one of the
They
scenes?
filmed it in the 90s, but it was. in
they
the
filmed it
50s.
on
place
Neck
was
on Neck
based-
Road in Brooklyn. That's where
Yeah.
That's right.
I was living right there. I was living with Mary.
Yeah.
That was the scene when they took the bottles and they threw it at
When
the.
they threw the bottles at there's a store. There's a story that's
At the black
attached to it.
guys.
They threw they had it was like it was made up to be like a black neighborhood, and the Kojo C, what was this, a C
Cologero.
Kaloja, yeah, when he didn't belong there, but he he loved this girl. They threw the bottles at him, but those group of guys, they were all descendants of stable hands from the Brighton racetrack, and they have infinite, like infinite. What's the word? They were given these houses. They were given these bungalow houses and these properties on East 15th Street, and you keep them. You could pass them on infinitely for life with no tax, and it was absolutely free. It was like
And all the people that were in those scenes had those
those
homes.
were descendants of those people,
Oh
of,
wow.
of all those stable hands. Yeah.
And how did they get in the movie?
Oh, I'm sure they casted them because they lived
they
on that.
lived right
They
there.
lived on those like 2 blocks. Those houses were like theirs.
Yeah.
So
Wow, interesting.
yeah,
East 15th Street's the street,
figure.
like right down there.
right off of Neck Road. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And then they blew up. They blew up the corner store when they have that scene when they make the U-turn, and then they rebuilt it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they actually blew it up.
yeah, they built
Just
it
for the scene.
just for that scene. They
That's
blew it
pretty
up.
That's
dope.
what they had to do back then in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now you could just do whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Right.
CGI.
CGI it. Yeah.
That was a great movie. That was great.
Yeah.
Bronx
Really-
Tale is underrated.
What's actually
Totally
that
underrated.
top 5 movies of all time? Do you think you could do that real quickly?
Top 5 movies
All
Come on,
time.
just missed
Big
the cinema.
movie buff over here.
Yeah.
all time. I'd say well, I
Or
said
do I have to narrow it down a little
Godfather is one.
bit? Okay.
All right, good choice.
That's a given. I'd probably say, well, I'm partial. I like mafia type movies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fair.
I liked the Raging Bull,
This is Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, another great
No,
movie.
I never seen that one. I gotta watch that one.
Oh yeah, De Niro and Pesci.
Isn't it part of it's in black and white or something like that?
It is black and white.
It is black. The whole thing's black and white.
Pretty much, yeah.
Was that
Wow.
did Quentin Tarantino direct that?
I don't think so.
No?
No,
Is
Oh,
it-
Scorsese.
Yeah,
could have been
Okay.
I think that's one of their earliest
Scorsese.
projects. Those two.
a great movie. Man.
Okay. So you got Godfather, Raging Bull.
Raging Bull, Rocky.
Oh, Rocky
which,
one.
Which one?
Oh, yeah,
If you had to pick.
First one,
The first?
yeah.
original.
I think
you son of a bitch!
I think the second one's better than the
Second
first
one was
one.
good, but he was already like he kind of got modernized. So the first one, shows like how he fell into that, and
Yeah.
how they chose him, and
Yeah.
and it was a low budget movie,
It was.
and that was all Sylvester Stallone, his idea, his money,
Yeah.
everything.
They wanted to take that movie from him, right?
They
It was
wanted
a
to
story
buy
behind
it, and he had like $20 in his bank account or some shit.
He said
I
no
saw
still.
he was saying in a video. And
Yeah. Well, no,
he
they
didn't
wanted to
sell it.
recast. I think he
All
wanted.
right,
to
he
play
wanted to film in it,
himself.
right? Yeah,
he
he
wanted
wanted
to
to play
play.
it. Yeah.
He wanted to play Rocky. But Rocky is such a inspirational movie. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
as
yeah.
much as like I don't like the city of Philadelphia, like it's okay. Like the fact that they
That's the only thing
idolize
you take
Rocky
away from it.
is like cool. Like I don't hate that part about
Yeah,
that.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
same,
one of
same.
those things
Because it's such an inspiration. Like when was Adrian in the hospital? Well, that was 2, right?
Yeah, I believe that was 2.
When
don't
she was
know.
having
Yeah, no, definitely was 2.
No,
Could have been what?
yeah.
What, you think it was 3?
I think
That
it was
wasn't
one.
3. It wasn't
No,
1.
definitely wasn't 1.
Yeah.
Could
Two.
have been 1.
It was one because he goes.
It was 2.
When she was in the hospital.
When she was in the hospital, and then he goes to
Oh.
fight Creed, right?
That's when
That's two.
She wakes up from the coma.
She wakes up from the coma, and Mickey
and then he fucking
says, "Well, what are we waiting for?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That gets me. That gets me fired up.
That part, right?
That's
Yeah,
like,
wait to win.
yeah. That's the
Oh, man,
best.
you see?
I love
Yeah,
that.
he's one of those like
Those certain lines.
Rocky seems like a real character, not a fictional
Like he was an
character.
actual boxer. Yeah.
And
I
he's
thought he was
pra-
for a
he's-
while.
Yeah, and he's praised in like the boxing community like he was an actual athlete.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of like sports movies like that, you know.
100%.
There
I
is.
don't think there's any. Yeah.
No.
Well, so that's number 3. What else? You got 2 more.
Back to the Future.
Happy
There we
you
go.
said that.
Had to be in there.
Classics, all classics.
When did you go see Back to the Future?
You went to go see
The
Yeah.
musical.
Broadway, right?
Did you like it?
Oh yeah, the musical was great.
It was good. Yeah.
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, you said a lot about that too.
Yeah, I loved it, too.
I gotta go see it
When
now.
the car comes into the crowd and then
Yeah.
goes back to the stage, it was done very nicely.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly a car
Love a
over
good
my head.
musical or
Yeah.
Broadway show. You know.
Heck yeah.
And what about number 5? Then
Oh boy. So number 5.
feel like-
number 5.
I feel like it'd be like.
Planet of
Oh,
the Apes.
Oh, I know which one it has to be.
Hmm.
I was gonna say that, or there's one more.
That's true. Well, I like I'm like partial to the Planet of the
yeah.
Apes.
Big Planet of the Apes guy.
Wait, you
Yeah.
can't just swerve in his direction.
What
now.
about,
we're a big Planet of the Ape family. Yeah.
Yeah, we love it. What about
Ever.
Wizard of Oz? Isn't that-
Wizard of Oz was great. It
Oh,
was-
fuck that movie.
I don't know. I remember we used to watch it so much because I remember you loved
I'm
it.
on Critch's page.
it's like a
I
it's a
mean, it's
classic
good.
movie.
It's great, but come on, you
Yeah.
can do better.
I mean,
All right, yeah,
it
it's
is
not
a
top 5.
classic,
Fine.
better.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, there's so many movies, and then if you take the Wizard of Oz, and then you take, like, some of these classic movies like Meet Me in St. Louis, and
I don't know that one.
these these class. I mean,
Yeah.
Abbott and
Abbott
Costello.
and Costello,
They
yeah.
did they
yeah.
did 36 movies, and they were all spectacular.
Abbott and Costello is
Abbott and
great.
Costello.
Side-splitting comedy.
In general, they're
Should I
pretty
should
incredible.
dive back into Abbott and Costello.
We have them right here. We got so many. You
Where am-
gave
where am I
us
gonna
like
put
all the
this in my-
CDs.
Well, there's about 28 in there.
Where
Isn't
can
it
we
sad
play
I can't even use this?
You gotta play it
Just
through
use
like
the
your,
tables, and
your
that's it.
Your
You
Xbox
can't touch
or
it.
Your PlayStation.
My Xbox doesn't have a disc freaking tray.
I have my old PlayStation. We could play them through.
All right.
Yeah, we should grind those out like Seinfeld, man.
I'm
Those
going
are
to. When I'm off, I'm going to
hilarious.
just pop in a Abbott and Costello.
I remember.
My favorite one is the Frankenstein,
Yeah, the Dracula.
Dracula
those
werewolf
were
mix
great.
up when they're all in it.
Mm.
Because don't they all have a separate
Oh,
movie?
they meet Frankenstein.
Meet Frankenstein's with all 3 of them, right?
Just got to give a shout out to the May family, the entire May family in Springfield, Ohio.
He was thinking about this.
I mean,
Shout out. We
some-
gave him a shout out.
some of the most absolute incredible people I've ever known in my life. I love
He
them
just,
all.
he just realized he's like, oh, they're gonna listen.
No,
to
they're
this.
great. They really are, and they
Good
love
people.
the podcast. They love you guys.
I know.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
appreciate
happy
it.
that they enjoyed
We
this.
shouted them out,
Wait,
like
they
when you
live
told
in-
me.
They
Oh, did
live,
you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
They live
we
in
did.
Springfield, Ohio.
Springfield, Ohio, but they've kind of
When
like
when you were out there, did they mention anything of eating dogs or cats?
They're eating the pets. Yeah.
Did they just mention
they're
anything?
eating-
they didn't mention it, but well, actually they did. They mentioned it,
What did they say?
and then I came back, and then ironically I hear about it here.
Wait,
So-
they really said
so they
people
said
were
it's
eating
happening.
cats and dogs out
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
because
my-
they're really trying to cover it up like it's not happening because he said it in the debate to make him look stupid. They're like really trying to cover it up.
well, I heard that
man.
some of the police body cam footage showed showed a cat in someone's mouth, in
It's happening, people.
Dan's cracking up
So,
over there.
yeah.
It's happening. We got it right from
So
the
they
source.
caught
right from
this guy.
Springfield.
They opened his mouth, and there was a piece of a cat in there with the fur and everything.
That
Wait,
is
tell me,
fucked
did you
up.
hear the song?
What song?
You might not even know the song. Go ahead, Donito.
Oh,
Just
they're
play it
eating-
for that. They're eating the cats.
What is that on, Dan? Can we play that?
Because
Yeah, who
Trump said it. He was like, they're eating the
Yeah,
cats.
they're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs.
and the dogs.
That's
Yeah.
terrible. That, like Springfield, Ohio. That's what they're getting
They're
like
eating
publicity
the
for.
dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
The pets of the people.
They're eating the dogs.
Oh, it's a little swing.
They're eating the cats.
Da, da, da.
There you go. There's a little tidbit for you.
Nice.
That's
crazy.
These people,
Yeah.
they're quick. They make stuff.
Shout
quick.
out to the May family.
Well,
That's a
yeah.
shout out.
Bang, bang.
Shout out to the May family. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Always.
Appreciate it.
But like the Haitian community in Brooklyn, we have one of the biggest Haitian communities in probably in the country.
In Brooklyn.
Really?
In Brooklyn on Nostrand Avenue. Yeah. Well, roughly Nostrand Avenue, Linda Boulevard. And they're all incredible people. I mean, I love
Is
them.
Chucky Haitian?
Chucky's from Grenada, I think.
Grenada.
Yeah.
Grenada. Where's Freddie from?
Grenada too, as well.
Oh, not Guyana.
I like
No,
how you're saying
Grenada.
Grenada, like a grenade.
Like-
it's not.
You know.
No, it's funny. I
Is
had
is it Grenada actually?
there was a DoorDasher that was picking up the other day, right? And the name of the person that ordered was Margaret, but it was spelled like Marguerite. Like I think that's how you spell it. And he came in, he's like, I'm picking up and he was a Haitian guy. He was, to me, he was black at the time, and then I found out he was Haitian. And he's like, Marguerite, like he said it like in French. I said, oh, very, very good, very good. And we had a chuckle, and then he's standing there. I was like, all right, it's coming out. I'll let you know. So I started with him, and I was like, he's like, yeah, I speak French. This and that. I was like, oh, where are you from? He's like, Haiti. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's the
I
language.
was like, do
yeah.
they speak? He was like, yeah, they speak Creole and they speak French over
Creole, yeah.
there. And this
Creole,
and that.
Creole? Is
But
that
he was-
kind of like
he
a
was a very
dialect
nice
of?
Creole's like
It's a mix between Spanish and French.
I
Thank you,
didn't
sir.
want to
Isn't
take
it
a guess,
English,
but
too?
that was my guess.
I don't think so, no, because the DR and Haiti were colonized by the French and the Spaniards.
I work with
Love
a
this
kid
guy.
from Guyana, and he speaks Creole.
Yeah,
He
it's a
said it-
Caribbean language.
He said
Yeah.
it was like kind of like English and like.
Well, because they make their own slang of it,
Yeah, that's true. He probably doesn't know what the.
He was a very nice guy. He was a very nice guy. He came back in, picked up another one. I was like, oh, there he is, my friend.
You remember Jocelyn? Who used
Yeah.
to take care of
Yeah.
Mary's mother. I mean,
Yeah.
man, she was
She's Haitian.
she
right?
was yeah, she's from Haiti. And
Yeah,
she,
they're good people, man.
aces, man. She was the best.
Yeah, you don't want
They're
to
just good vibes.
You don't want to let
Yeah.
them get a bad rap just because some people were doing some stupid stuff,
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah.
True.
Well, I mean, they just happened to be a lot of Haitians that are migrating in Springfield. That's all.
Interesting.
yeah, well, wasn't there something going on there recently that's probably caused the exodus?
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong.
I don't know.
I think
Something
there
happening
was. I could be
over
wrong.
there.
Yeah, I think Dan, like a little bit, not too recent.
I think there was an election a couple months ago.
All right, yeah, we'll call it that.
That might have
So
been
I
yeah,
don't sound
yeah,
like I
yeah.
don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Sports.
Sportsing it up.
Should we? No. You wanted
That's
to
going
say
to
flag
be
on that?
more on the current ones.
Hmm?
If you know what
Ah.
I'm saying.
Gotcha.
We could talk.
Gotcha.
We could maybe talk a little bit about something real quick.
Maybe tap into the Yankees real quick. What's going on with them?
Well,
It's going to be a little.
it's going to be a little.
That's gonna
We
be a
could
little
talk
bit
about
much.
like a general.
All right, let's not have them guessing, boys.
a
Hop on it, or
general
just let's just.
baseball topic.
Well, the Yankees
let's
better
talk about,
better get their shit together, or else they're going to be
Yeah,
they'll be vacationing early this year.
they better not get knocked out before the Mets. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for those of you who are listening, this podcast is recorded a little earlier than it's coming out, so what we say might be not relevant at the time. Just to clarify,
How true.
Very well.
just so everything makes sense, But
Yeah. Okay. So scratch on that. Anyway, so I got this kind of idea segment layers to this, right?
Like an onion.
And we're gonna get into it. Memory, over time, it's changed. I don't remember any numbers. You told me you remember some.
I got a couple. Yeah.
Dad, how many numbers did you used to remember? Do you remember how many numbers do you remember?
Numbers,
Yeah, phone numbers.
phone numbers.
Yes.
I used to know a ton of phone numbers until the stupid cell phones came out.
Yeah, freaking completely took away
Stupid cell phone.
Once the
need
cell
for-
phones came out, and most people don't even know their own phone numbers.
Save it.
I think that's crazy. If you don't know your own phone number,
You say, "What's your phone number?" This,
The people I've seen
I don't
people
know.
do that
Let me
before,
look at my
too.
phone.
Yeah, I know. They're
Seriously.
like,
the
hold on one
younger
sec.
generation probably doesn't know. Because now
No,
with
they probably
iPhones,
know
you
that.
could just do this. You could just go up like this. Hold on.
other way, top, Nick.
Yeah, I'm top to top.
Maybe is his on?
It's his
Top
case,
to top.
probably.
What do you? Maybe your phones have to be open.
They have to be open.
Oh yeah, open your phone, Dad.
Well, like and you could share contacts
you just,
like that.
Yeah, just boom.
Yeah.
Look. All right, maybe you don't have it on your phone. I don't know, but you could just share your contact right away.
Touch my phone.
Maybe because we have contacts where we do with James. But yeah, the young generation probably doesn't know their own phone numbers.
Oh,
Yeah, look at
what?
Yeah, so when you're talking to a girl, James, you don't even have
that's
to like.
cool.
Oh,
just
I'm
be
gonna
like,
I'm gonna pull
just
the
be like,
sickest move
You want
this
to touch
weekend.
tips? Hey, you ever touched tips before?
That is great.
They
That
probably,
is great.
They probably
So
know
the way I
about
went up on that.
because girls are very phone savvy with that stuff.
All right. Well, I already have your number. So
Yeah, we don't have to remember phone numbers like that anymore.
so now, like, do you think that? So you how many numbers did you used to remember?
What do you mean?
Like
Tell-
how many?
tell me the
like
phone
was
number.
it 10?
Tell me the house phone number to when you lived like home at Papiano Noricani.
718-859-4565.
See, I knew you would know
Wow. Okay.
My
okay.
my aunt was 718-968-1972. Your grandparents, their phone number was 718-968-1123.
Oh snaps!
What about my
know what? You're
grandparents?
I remember that now.
You remember Poppy's phone number?
Yeah. 718
Brooklyn, baby, 718.
Holla.
I thought I maybe remember now.
718-232-2176.
You literally just went through a Rolodex in your mind.
Yeah,
You- and you found it.
that's
That was-
crazy.
that
I
was,
had,
But
to
you
pull, I
know-
had to pull it up.
You know what's really like not good is say you're in the event, you lose your phone, whatever, you don't have your phone, and you have to call someone.
yeah.
Right?
I ran into that
Like,
issue.
do you know Jill's phone number?
Yeah.
You do?
Mhm.
All right. You're not helping me prove my point, but
Well, I mean, I ran into a situation a few months back, and
it's like I don't know
I was
anyone's phone
screwed.
number.
Oh yeah. Could you call somebody for me? Or could I use your phone? Okay, and what do you do if you don't have the number?
Yeah.
I mean, I would call one
It's
of you
worthless.
guys. I know your numbers, but that's it.
yeah, I'm not good like that. But so a lot of
It's
people.
definitely a muscle that used to be flexed more for people.
I'm
than
good
now.
with numbers. Like I'll remember random numbers.
I mean, when you have to call a phone number so many times, like I know the number to the store, to my job, because I used to have to call.
Who knows one of their credit card numbers by heart?
No, I know my social
I
security
used to.
number, and
I
that's
don't enter it enough because I do Apple Pay.
But
now.
that used to be a thing too. I feel.
yeah,
Like.
you know,
yeah.
You used to have to enter your
I like-
card
I
into
like
shit.
doing
Now
that.
you could just do Apple Pay. It's
Don't-
all right.
Or do you
Done,
know
right.
your account number to like your bank account?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got account numbers, I got credit card numbers, I got all kinds of numbers.
it's crazy. He's got numbers. This guy.
Yeah, you know, but it's,
Thank
I
God.
wonder if that's gonna
Yeah.
like affect this generation
Oh,
going
it is.
forward. That like they don't have that part of that memory.
muscle, yeah.
yeah,
Don,
because you were like required to like
What's up?
remember this. You had to remember how to get places, drive places. Right? There was
Mhm.
no freaking Google Maps.
yeah.
Yeah, probably addresses. You gotta remember
Yeah.
addresses.
What are some other?
Yeah, like
all right.
how did you find places if you didn't have GPS? A map.
It was probably always
Use a
like
map.
the one friend
Probably.
that like
You use
knew
a,
how to get
you
there.
use a
you
map.
know?
There was a map, a Hackstrom map, to get. You got to know how to read a map too.
Hackstra is
Hackstrom.
I feel like
Hackstrom.
I could read
That's
a
like
map.
the name of the name
Company,
of the
yeah.
that
I
made
feel
the
like it's
map.
probably
That's
easier to
interesting.
read a map than the GPS sometimes.
And then it was a book. And
Probably.
there was a book like to show you, at least in New York. In
Yeah, I
New
remember
York,
you
in
used
New
to
York
have
City,
a lot of maps.
there was a book like with you know the address, but you don't know what it's between. Or an address in Manhattan is difficult to find.
Mm.
So you would just look it up in the book. You'd look it up, boom. You know the cross streets, and you'd go right to it.
Wow.
Did it
man.
actually say the addresses like on the maps, like of the houses?
No,
Or
right.
Yeah, on the maps on the streets, it'll have like periodically you'll have like a number.
Just like a stamp or. to
You probably
indicate
still
where-
have some maps, right?
I do.
Knowing you, yeah.
I got 5 borough maps.
Donito, could you
This might be
never
worth,
know when
this
you
might be
ever
worth
need it.
something like
can you search up
Yeah.
20-something years.
things that people needed to remember in the 1800s? You could, I would, I
how
would
to
just
take it.
In the 1800s, where did
okay.
What's the question?
like, you know, I think of people having to go town to town or like miles and miles and have to keep a message like in their head.
Oh yeah. Like when you see in Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
go down to Dawnstone
Like deliver a
and tell
message.
him this.
Yeah, and then they
I would
recite
forget
a
everything.
message,
I'd be like, can you
and
repeat
then they
that,
say it
please,
once.
Lord, my lord?
and then they say, "Okay, I'm off."
Yeah.
And they start galloping down the
They
road
make a,
with
they
their
make a
sword.
song about it. You need to do this. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
I wouldn't remember it.
Anything on that, Danito?
Just like a daily life in the 1800s.
Oh, daily life. Okay,
So
that
it's
doesn't
like,
do
I
us.
guess
They
you
would
would
any
have
just
to
farm
remember to
and like
All right, I thought
count coins. And
I thought it was gonna be something interesting, like you know.
Is there?
That's not a
There's no living human that
Topic
was
enough.
born in the 1800s.
no, because
now,
the
right?
No.
Holocaust survivors are just all dying off.
No, there's probably some in Africa.
Now I got
There's
a
a
question.
lot-
Both of you guys just said something crazy.
No, because there's a lot of people in Africa that live to like 120, 130.
No, 120 is the max age of a human.
That's what we know of, Dan.
That's the Anunnaki.
Yeah, how far
No.
we want to go?
Yeah, it is.
Go down that
we'll talk
rabbit
about it,
hole.
we'll talk about it.
Anunnaki
120.
is further
They-
back.
Put a fork
Yeah,
in me.
they altered our DNA.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Listen, next episode or the episode after, we're taking a deep dive on these types of things.
Don't get me started on the Anunnaki.
What is it called? I want to pose a question. So, do you
Pose.
think that people's minds worked more efficiently or effectively when they had to remember things like addresses and phone numbers and maybe credit card account numbers and such?
It's like exercise.
Yeah, I
It
think
is.
It's like
That's what I'm-
exercising your mind.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like, are we maybe subconsciously using the efforts that we would have used there in other places and exercising them well, or maybe exercising them less because we don't have to remember?
we're not.
things like
Instead,
numbers,
we're
We're
lowering our attention span with TikTok and really
Yeah.
not working out the brain. We're
Yeah.
getting stupid.
You know what I also saw? I'm sorry. It's
No, yeah, go ahead. I wasn't
Kinda-
going to say anything.
It's gonna
The
derail.
pinky.
The pinky.
Yeah.
Apparently, like people's pinkies are. I mean, I see it on mine. Like
Uh-huh.
it's like there's a divot in it to like where you
That's
hold,
where you
your,
hold
phone.
your phone.
Like when you go like, wait, how do I hold it now?
You don't even know how to hold your phone.
Are you saying that
You hold your
baby's
phone
hands?
Like this
Like you use your pinky to support the
to
bottom.
hold it.
Just
So
sitting
there's
on it, yeah.
so like on this hand,
It's more on your dominant hand than your.
yeah,
no.
you see how there's like a little bit of an indent.
Are
kinda?
you me? I see
see
the
it?
divot.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh!
Our
I
hands
see
are
that. Do you
actually-
see the divot?
No, he probably doesn't have it.
Let me see the divot. I cut 2 tendons. I have a bad finger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a divot, all right. Oh my gosh! I never even noticed that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Babies are gonna start popping out with a straight up freaking
Yeah,
U.
they're
It's
gonna have
be
curve.
a U.
We're gonna get more like the monkey.
You gotta
get
try
back
to
our
not. You
monkeys.
gotta try to not hold it like that.
It's gonna be U
But
shaped.
it's like when you're
Yeah,
texting, you're
with a
just
monkey.
Yeah, it's for that support. You know what I'm saying?
craziness, absolute
um,
bonkery. What?
where are you the most ticklish?
Oh,
I think
I'd say like right here,
where?
This area right here.
Like lower than
right
your
under
armpit?
right under my armpits.
I'm like a neck and armpit guy.
No,
These
I
two
think
places are
everybody's
bad for
most
me.
ticklish in the feet.
No, man.
I'm most ticklish
Okay,
at my,
I'll take- We're
my
actually
nostril and my eyelid.
Yeah,
we're
I could see that.
we're sleeping on the couch tonight, so I'm gonna give you a little tickle. Let's see how you-
Don't be tickling, man.
Yeah, I'll make it weird.
You're
No,
gonna
it's
tickle, you're
definitely my
gonna go for the tickle, I know
armpits is terrible, but I think the feet is worse.
Now, do your armpits smell terrible? Or you're telling us that your armpits are terrible because they're like that
where's
bad?
this
I can't
conversation
remember
going
if
here?
I put
Hey, you
deodorant
said
on.
terrible.
So
I don't
no
know.
idea.
I was slightly trying to see if everybody's awake. Everybody's awake.
touch
All
my
right.
hygiene.
Okay.
I'm really concerned about my pinky.
That is
not gonna
very.
lie.
That is very
I
interesting.
think I have ingrown toenails.
Dan, you got it?
Why are you gay? I hear that.
No, I don't have that.
No,
You ugly.
must be a white
You hear that?
person thing.
Why are?
One more time for Dad.
Why are you gay?
Number
6. You ugly.
You
I
all
had too
can-
many- I had too many buttons.
Oh man, that's
Suave,
great.
suave.
Yeah, I think I got ingrown toenails on my big toes.
Ingrown.
Ingrown.
What? How? Why? What's going on?
I don't
with you?
know.
How,
it-
why,
it-
and why are you sharing
It
this on the
hurts.
pod?
Yeah, I like
It
this.
hurts.
This is not. Then just rip it out yourself. Just go ahead in there.
No.
Go in there with scissors. Jap in. Dot dot. Chook.
No.
And pull it out.
Oh wow.
No, they gotta cauterize that.
I don't know.
No.
Moving on
Safe
from my
way?
toenail.
Okay.
Best way to get rid of an ingrown toenail is to just, once you cut the nail, then you cut the sides kind of like into where the sides, like you cut it on an angle. And because most of the time an ingrown toenail is going to be the nail is in the skin. So if you cut it on an angle, you could bend it and yank that bitch right out.
I'm
It's the truth.
It's one thing Dad has is he's got a remedy for everything.
like,
do.
well, like as far as like
Everything.
medical, like having to stitch you up, fix you up or something, like your head could fall off. This man will figure out a way. And I just remember the time I went ahead and I jabbed myself. Well, no, I did. I sliced open this thumb. The skin was like flapped over. I'm like, Dad, I f***ed up. And then he's like, "What'd you do?" And he's like, "Oh boy." And so he had to sit me down. I'm starting to pass out. I wake up and it's all bandaged up and fixed. He's like,
Really? You
"Drink some
passed
water."
out?
He's like, "Drink some water." Yeah, it was hot outside during the summer.
Yeah.
Where we just got outside to pick up a piston pump unit, and
Oh.
freaking the pump was leaning on one side. I slice open the whole finger.
Oh.
I fixed you up.
You did without a hesitation too. You didn't.
There's always a
There we-
remedy. I feel like that's another thing from being from a
Being a
more original, older generation, you know. And then like I'll try to like, and they're like, "Oh, what are you, a doctor?" I'm like, "No, but I'm trying to be." All right, you want me to leave you here?
Are you a doctor? Like
remember-
I need one right now.
I remember one time I couldn't go into work. I had like these back spasms. It was it was like so random and weird. Like I couldn't turn my head this way, and it would be like a sensational pain, and it would run down my back. And I was on the phone with you, and like, all right, this is what you do. You like lay on your bed, it's like put your right arm under your butt. And he's like, all right, now extend your head this way, and you're like walking through me through all these stretches.
No,
And
you
it
bet they
kind
worked.
of it kind of worked. Like the spasm was still there, but it made it a little better. And he wasn't even there. Pretty impressive.
That's right.
Yeah.
Magic touch.
That's it.
Unfortunately, I have all this experience, but it comes in handy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Must have learned that when you were busting heads back in Brooklyn.
Got a good headache remedy as well.
I do.
Oh yeah.
I could do
the
cranial massage.
Oh, it's good. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
The worst
Oh.
part is when he gets in the hair. It hurts.
it's
That's the worst
I
part.
squeeze your head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because the hair gets pulled like
Yeah.
if he goes just a little bit harder, you probably just take your hair right off of that
yeah,
line.
he's like right
What
on the
happened?
line.
You're missing hair. It
good
looks like there was my dad's hand.
But basically, it's from the tension, right? Like it's sinus and
pressure
sinus and tension.
Yeah, and you use
Just
pressure
like
points, but it's awesome because you could take away someone's headache with your hand.
Yeah, it actually works. It's pretty
It's
great.
good. Yeah. I mean, anytime like I really have like a bad sinus headache, I'm like,
Trying to do half.
Right.
of
Once
it.
you know how to do it, you know the different places to apply pressure.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, girls love that
10
show.
out of 10.
Would
Full
you say,
service
Papa,
recommended.
that you got magic hands?
Yeah, it's like I actually have Tylenol in my hands, and it doesn't extend to just headaches.
Neosporin.
It works with people of the female persuasion. I would say.
Watch
Dog,
out
I thought you were gonna say black people.
for the hands.
No.
People.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got
It's
pretty.
good. Whereas just anytime you can take away pain.
Oh yeah, I
should
could
do
do your back.
Participate.
I could do a lot of different things. It's
No Diddy.
yeah. So
We're chugging along.
That's good news.
you learn as you go along. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you said when we were on vacation, you said if something's with you just gotta with it.
That's right.
I said that the other day.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like
good.
feel it around, see what hurts, and
That's right.
squeeze it or something. No,
That's
loosen it up.
Yeah, start hitting it. Run to a wall.
That's
Figure it out.
that's exactly right. Just you gotta with it.
Yeah, when something's broken, hit it.
Yeah.
Work.
That's it.
You know, something that's pretty cool that I realized, and I realized that between talking to each of us, right, you guys, is that you have a unique relationship with all of your children.
I do.
You talk to us about different things.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Some of the same things, but not all the same.
no. And It's better. It's good to be a friend first.
Yeah, you do that very well at this time in our lives.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're all at a certain age now. Then it becomes more of like a camaraderie,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you're all like all of you are different, and you have your different lives and experiences, and
Yeah.
it's really cool to share those experiences with you, and learn about you, and and laugh with you, and we vacation, and it's the thrill of my life.
Yeah, it's really a lovely
Oh,
thing
man.
to share the bond with Pop.
That is, I'm very blessed to be able to do that.
Yeah. And now we get to share this podcast with you too.
Yeah, this is really cool. I've been, you guys asked me to come on.
You happy you came on?
Yeah,
Yeah, you get settled in. It's
100%. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun here.
Yeah. I think maybe we are having a lot of fun here, but maybe I think it's time we
get to the crazy part.
get to whatever this kid's got planned for his little segment here. I'm butchering your intro because, to be honest with you,
No, you're not.
I don't
You're
have
not until you said you are.
I don't have a jingle, so that's why I'm kind of procrastinating.
Dun dun.
I usually have a jingle.
Dun
Oh,
dun.
shit, that's good.
Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun.
Nikos.
Dun dun.
No,
Dun dun.
It's always so
Dun, dun.
cringy when it.
Nikos. No, it's I'm a two-verser.
You guys done?
Two-liners.
All right,
You guys
all right,
good?
all right, all right, all right. Tuning in. We'll work on.
That's
we'll work on
probably
that.
one of-
Actually,
I'm gonna
I-
give you.
I come to realize
Not
we
one
have
of
to
our
s-
best.
We have to probably stop that.
You don't have
We have
to.
to come up with something better.
It's not
before
something. No, I think I did ask for that. I was just saying it's not something I asked for, but I think I did in the beginning.
I think you.
Nikos knows. Nikos knows. What was that? Is that what I was doing last week?
No, last week's was very good though.
Forgot what I did.
Dad, I'll just give you a warning. This is the part of the podcast where these two, they just get all out of hand. They try to ruin my segment, and
It's not true.
they just get all cooked out. But
It's because
well,
never mind.
yeah. All right. What do you hear? What do you say? Welcome back to
Excuse
another
me.
edition of
Excuse
Nico's
me.
Notes. How we doing?
Nick,
What?
just back up off the mic, please, a little bit.
But with my father on this side of the table, which I'm glad to have on this side of the table, even the playing field. You could also call it.
It's called us evil.
You could also call it Daddy-O's Notes.
Oh, Daddy-O's no, that's good.
I
like
usually
that.
put a play on words with whoever's next to me. This week's was pretty easy. I'm gonna come in hot. With a question. Who's the favorite son? You could say it.
There he goes.
He said he was going to ask you this
Did I say I was gonna ask?
last time. Yeah.
Well, you seek and you shall receive.
Who's my favorite son?
Who's your favorite son? Yeah.
It's impossible to answer.
Don't
All right,
answer
fine.
that.
Who's your least favorite
Like
son?
a champ.
there
you go.
No, it's okay. No, but like,
Samantha.
what's a different way? That's up.
She's the least favorite son.
That's
She's not a
fucked
son.
up.
Therefore,
She's
not a son.
No son of mine will ever do.
You crongo.
What's a better way to ask the question so it's like you're not exactly picking your favorite?
He's not going to answer the question. Move on.
Which one has the best street smarts? Which one has the best
that's-
book smarts?
There
And
we
which one
go.
is just
There
there?
we go.
No. Give a good third
Donito.
because no one's
You gotta
gonna
give
get
a
that.
third.
Which is the most creative?
All right.
So you said most creative.
Smart, creative, and street smart.
Book smart, street smart, creative, and
I'm like all of those, but all right.
you don't have to hand one to each. This isn't a.
Oh yeah.
This isn't a participation.
Oh, it's a multiple
trophy,
choice. It's a
all
multiple
right?
choice question.
No. We can win more. I'll take more than one of those titles. But
Nick
yeah,
wants more
That's what I'm saying.
compliments.
It's
Well,
multiple
why don't-
choice.
yeah. Take the stage.
Do you have anything better, Chris?
No, it's all right.
This is a bad way to put down on the spot right now.
Street smarts,
great.
book smarts, and most creative.
Book smart, street smart, and most creative.
Yeah.
Giving out awards here.
Keeps looking back at Nick. though.
Well,
I think he's deciding which one to give me because he can give me more than one. But he's not going to do
You're
that.
a cocky bastard, you know.
I'd say
I'll stop. I digress.
I digress. It's good.
He's a real son of a bitch, you know.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I mean you all have like a sense of street smarts.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about because, you know,
I think James probably has the most, though.
Can't be in the bed.
Who's been to jail?
None of us.
Been to a cellar. That's all I've been to actual jail.
Me too.
No, I don't know. I feel like, in Staten Island, you live in Brooklyn more too. Like,
Or how about this? I'll say these traits, and you say which ones have it the most of it, at least.
okay, do that.
Oh, okay, you can do that.
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Curiosity is a weird.
Not in a gay way, though. Right? Let's just clarify.
Yeah, no Diddy.
As an example, I say James because he's had the most jobs out of all of them.
curiosity. Yeah, I'd probably give it to James.
All right. I'll take
I'm not as
curiosity.
curious.
Sensitivity. Who's the will baby, the will girl of the group?
Christopher.
I knew I was gonna get singled out.
Yeah,
That's not the truth.
Last one, I'll do this one. Determination. Who's has the highest drive?
Maybe do two more after this too.
Yeah, I'm looking for more ones.
Oh boy. Wow.
What was that one again? I'm sorry.
Determination.
Basically, yeah, determination,
determination,
ambition type of thing.
Highest drive. Wow.
Really
Yeah,
putting
you could
Dad
say
on the
it.
spot right now.
You had to play this game, didn't you?
You don't have to pick it. I don't think it's me, honestly. I think it's James.
Oh, my bad.
What is it? Highest drive?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Determination.
Determination.
Like, I think
Well, because Nick is determined in a lot of ways. Chris has a good amount of determination in him. James, James might be. He's got a lot of determination.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Deterred. That's how I feel.
I think I would have been the most creative.
It's creative. I see what you did there. You passed it.
I think James would have been most street smarts, and Chris could be the most book smarts. I mean, I don't know, but book smarts. I
sometimes-
feel like we're all in the same boat. We're not.
You
we're
know
not.
what, though?
We're not geniuses. We're not
Which
stupid.
one of us
we're
actually
smart.
finished school though?
I'm smarter than both of you. I hate
James
this.
has the
What you did
highest.
there.
James
I
has
hate
the
to say it.
highest. What do you call that? Degree.
Degree,
Of,
yes.
I mean,
So-
education, but
Oh shit!
that's a bad. I mean, that
No,
could be
that
sometimes
holds weight.
representation
You
of,
got me
of,
there.
of knowledge, but I've heard things come out of both your mouths that I'd be like, okay, well, first off, I didn't know that, and how does that? How the fuck do you know that? And
yeah.
Not because you're my kids, but you're all very intelligent.
yeah, that. First off, I agree with you.
Wholeheartedly.
Go on.
But no, it's true. I really do
Seriously.
notice that. I never really worry about you guys.
I could talk to
Not
you.
because I
could
don't
talk
love
to
the crap
you.
out of this, you know what I'm saying?
You guys come up with things and talk about things in like incredible point of views. It blows me away every time our conversations. So
Is that a cricket?
That is a cricket.
This
got
is
a
a
Do you
cricket.
hear that? Where is it?
The cricket's
behind the
back.
wall over here.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, don't shut up.
It's
Hey,
Go back to your room.
Zip it. Zip it.
you're getting evicted.
it stopped,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
It did.
So
for a second.
we went over favorite son. We went over least favorite son.
Oh my gosh, they got some
Yeah,
over there
there's
too.
a family
Danito.
of crickets.
They're gonna be all over the
Um,
place soon enough.
Shout out to Crumble. Just
Yeah,
had to do it. We just had some of
wow.
those Crumble. I wouldn't even call them cookies. They're just delights.
You know what? Oh, there,
Oh.
there
They're
you
just
go.
delights.
Just
Do you think they call it crumble because
Cookie crumble.
they no? You see, it doesn't make sense. I was like they crumble in your mouth, but
But
they
it's
don't crumble.
It's like one of
They're
those
just
smart
like,
things where they
this.
misspell it. So it's like associated aside from the actual word, and it's like its own thing, you know?
Do they misspell it?
Yeah, it's CRUMBL, like no E.
Hmm.
Marketing genius, whoever was at the table and decided that. What do you say? Touche.
Good
two
stuff.
two shizzle.
It's really good aim.
Shizzles.
Good aim.
Yeah.
So I got a couple more things. Just bear with me, and if you don't want to, go watch something else. Just kidding. You should stay here, especially if you made it this far. I've been very nice and calm lately. Very relaxed. I don't know what came over me. I'm normally a very calm person, very like laid back, but these past 3 days, I don't know.
Like another level? Like another
Yeah,
level of it?
just like inherently, like I go to work, I'm like, oh, this is nice, and then everyone else around me is like doing their thing, getting all stressed. I'm just like, all right, I'll go do this and that and da. And then, but then I
Are
get
you
bothered by
delusional?
people
Do
trying.
you suffer from a mental illness?
Oh yeah, thanks, Dr. Phil. Pipe down, please. But I try to just be unbothered by other people, being stressed. This cricket's really got to go.
It's getting you,
this
man.
cricket's too much.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
can't-
what it is, but I've been enjoying it.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You can't let people bother you to begin with, and usually it's challenging. But for some reason, lately, you're dealing with it pretty well.
Yeah, it's been nice.
What about you, Christo? Does that happen to you, or are you just naturally pissed off by what everybody says?
Wait. What are we talking about?
No, Nico has recently had a good time. Like he's at peace.
Very unbothered. very
People are
calm.
like frustrated and fussy.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Do I feel
good.
that way?
Do you feel like that's happening to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
maybe
Well,
it's
that's magical.
the
Maybe we're-
candle I bought. It's in the living room.
Oh.
You bought a candle?
No.
You-
I think
Guy.
maybe it's just that we're excited about
Yeah,
this vacation.
I was thinking that too. We're real close.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the final
That's
stretch.
like kind of
That's
just
like,
no te
shake,
preocupe, no
shake
worries.
everything off. Yeah.
Would you say? Wait, what'd you call it? The coupe?
No te preocupe. What do you say then?
That was good.
No
Yeah,
te
I know. I got good
No te
Spanish. Bro.
preocupare.
No te preocupes.
preocupes.
Yeah, you got to get very good.
Say it again.
No te preocupe.
Preocupe.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, could you say that?
No te preocupes.
No.
No te. He's like, I'm not even going there, buddy.
About the Italian.
Italian's more fun though. No te preoccupare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No te
there's
preoccupare.
something about
I
that.
agree.
You
Yeah, I
get
love that
loud with
language.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree.
What do you got?
Dad, you got any dirty jokes for us?
Dirty jokes.
Yeah, I figure you might as well tell a couple.
He's not somebody that holds dirty jokes in his back pocket.
Not the one about the penguin or Monica Lewinsky.
Or the soup.
Give us something different.
Give us something fresh.
Okay, dokie. Well,
Give us a knee slapper.
I can keep talking while you think of one if you
I
want. I'm
thought-
very good at that.
a dirty joke.
Doesn't have to be a dirty joke, but
Dirty,
majority
clean.
of them are, I believe.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Both.
So this little boy, he's cutting out of school and he's in his kitchen having milk and cookies. So
I know this one.
So the mother comes home with her lover, and the little boy shoots into the bedroom.
Oh,
And then the mother comes into the bedroom with the lover, and then the little boy shoots into the closet. So then the father unexpectedly comes home. He goes in the bedroom. Now the lover shoots in the closet with the kid. And the kid says, "Wow, sure is dark in here." He says, "Yeah, it's pretty dark in here." He says, "I got this baseball I'm selling." He says, "Want to buy it?" He says, "Baseball? How much?" He says, $300. He says, "Whew, that's pretty steep, kid." He says, "Well, my father's in the next room there." He says, "All right, I get the picture." So he gives him the $300. And 2 days later, the same scenario. The kids have milk and cookies. The mother comes home with the lover. Kid shoots into the bedroom. Mother goes into the bedroom with the lover. Kid shoots into the closet. The father unexpectedly comes home. He comes into the bedroom. Now the lover's back in the closet with the kid. And the kid says, "Wow, sure is dark in here." And the lover says, "Phew." He says, "What are you selling today, kid?" He says, "Well, I'm selling this here baseball glove." He says, "Want to buy it?" He says, "How much?" He goes, $700. He goes, "Whew. All right, I get the picture." So he gives him the money. So later on that night, the father comes home. He says, "Hey, Tommy," he says, "get your ball and glove. Let's have a catch." He says, "Can't. Dad sold it for $1,000 this week." He says, $1,000? He says, "I didn't raise you that way." He says, "You're going to confession." So he grabs him by the collar. He brings him to the church. He throws him in the confession booth. Kid says, "Whew, sure is dark in here." The priest opens the door and says, "Don't start that again.
That's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I remember that one.
How do you have the wallet in the closet?
Classic.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a
intrusive
mystery
thought.
story.
Yeah, that's a good intrusive thought.
Maybe he had it
Yeah,
somewhere
I feel like
else.
people don't have jokes like that
It's
anymore.
possible
too.
he was trying to impress someone.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
just happy to see me.
Those jokes are always the best.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna hear some over there on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
On the other side. Yeah, we could say on the other side.
Kind of on the other side.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
that's another thing. People don't got jokes. I feel like back then you had jokes. People from back then, you have jokes.
Nobody tells jokes anymore.
No.
No,
What
no
kind of
jokes.
society do we
Nobody
get
kiss.
to? Nobody cares for a joke.
Nobody kisses in the middle of the street. And nobody has jokes anymore.
Tell us some jokes.
Best thing
Send
is when
us
you
some
tell somebody a
jokes.
joke and they just look at you with a stone face.
Yeah, that happened to me
What are
the
you,
other
burnt?
day.
Were you under a rock for the past 10 years?
Some people just don't want to
Some
laugh.
people, yeah, some people
They
just
get
go
in their own
into
way.
listening to a joke with the intention of not laughing.
That's the
Yeah,
thing
like
that I
nothing
hate.
that you
It's
say.
like, I
I
know
feel like
this
that's
joke is
hate.
funny. I know what I'm saying is funny right now.
Yeah.
Don't be that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be telling it if it wasn't funny, guy.
Come on. Fucking guy.
Do I look like a clown guy?
All right, we covered that.
Well, you want one more dirty joke? I'll give you a quick dirty
yeah,
joke.
yeah, give us
All
one
right.
more.
So
Give us
this
one.
guy, he goes to a party, and when he goes to the party, the guy that's throwing the party, he says, "Listen, when you leave, could you take my grandmother home?" He says, "Sure, no problem." He says, "Just make sure she gets in all right."
Oh, I remember this one.
So he takes her
here we
home,
go.
and she says, "Thank you very much." And she goes upstairs, and she comes down with a bathrobe on. She opens the bathroom and goes, "Soup or pussy?" And he says, "I'll take the soup."
I'll stay with Zoom.
That's
good. That's bold. That's
Nice.
It's a good matzo ball soup.
Good matzo ball soup.
Okay.
All right.
Got them all.
all right, man.
That was good. It's a good way to
We
cap it
covered
off.
what I wanted to cover. This was a productive note. This is a productive pod. It was a productive night. It was a productive day.
Thank you for having me here, guys.
Yeah,
It was,
Dan.
it was
Of course.
pretty
It's
cool.
not over yet, though.
Okay.
That's going to do it for Nico's notes. Thank you for joining me.
That's
Now I
it.
let
Good,
them
nice
That's
to
it.
stick to it.
That's it. That's all you got.
Do you want more?
What's going on here?
Do you want more?
No.
All right. Just
Zip
making
it.
Sure.
Zip it. That's all the time we got.
Zip it.
Zip it good.
I know that.
Yeah, well, we should say one thing.
What?
So we're very musically inclined, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should probably.
In a humble way. We're not being like, oh, he's arrogant about it. But we do inherit our musical. This is the face I get, Dad. Yeah, wipe that smirk off your face. Thank you.
Because
But
you say it humbly, but we're about to end the podcast, and you're like, "Let me just sneak this in here." real
yeah,
quick."
because when is that going to come back on the podcast? How
All right,
can we
go
not
ahead.
talk about it? You know, we get our talents musically from Dad. You know, like he says, it's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
I'm more than proud. You guys are very talented musically and creatively, and I mean,
thanks, Dad.
you know, James is a dancer and he's an actor and
Not that type of dancer.
he's been around. He's been in some shows and
Yeah.
some movies and you guys, we play music together.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Written some songs.
Yeah.
Yep, written some songs and
Just played before.
yep,
Yeah,
just
we
played
did a
it earlier.
podcast today together. We did all the arts today. We played music.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't matter how long we're away. I mean, we haven't played in months, and we just played part of a set, and like we didn't miss a beat. So it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty impressive. It's nice.
Yeah. I felt some rust, but you know, those are things that when you're playing consistently aren't there. So
Yeah.
But all right, I'll pass it on to that side of the table. Go ahead, guys. Do your thing. Go do your thing. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good
Baby.
week.
Oh,
I
baby.
apologize for the yawns. I know that James. I know you got something
I got a
for
little
the
something.
peeps.
I got a little something for the people.
All I want to say is, let's go Yankees.
Bang, bang.
Ooh, I wish
Bang.
you did that after that, so we could just cut to
That's
the.
Yeah, that's true.
That would
That's
have been
true.
cold.
All I want to say is God bless all those poor innocent people, man, that are involved in these wars and involved in all of this controversy and
Yeah.
there's political jargon, and
Yeah, that's true.
it's our country's divided, and we need to come together and appreciate what we have and what we don't have, and learn to get along.
Amen.
So
Amen. Beautifully
Amen.
said.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads perfectly into what I wanted the message to be of this podcast. You know, and here it is. All right. Sometimes it's not about things making sense, but it's about nonsense making sense out of you. So take that and run with it. It kind of relates to being in the moment of despair, confusion, not knowing what's going on, and kind of letting it just happen. And, sometimes by doing that, you get through the situation peacefully and you wind up at your resolution and you get to look back. Hindsight's 2020. And, maybe through the midst of that, you could care for some people around you. And that's the how we doing way. Okay.
Did you say the quote one more time?
Yeah, absolutely.
wanna hear it.
Sometimes it's not
Amen.
about things making sense, but it's about nonsense making sense out of you.
It's the how we doing way.
There
I
you
like
go.
It. I like it. Deeper meaning than it has on the surface.
Bang, baby.
And that's all you could ask for a how we doing message.
Yeah.
For the how we doing people.
For how we doing productions.
We're gonna wrap it up here, right? That's about
Yeah.
it.
Thanks for coming
All
on,
right.
Dad. This
Thanks.
was a
Yeah.
special,
Loved it,
special
Dad. This is
episode.
love
great.
you guys too. Love
Appreciate
you
it.
all.
Love you. Donnie, thanks for holding it down on the ones and twos over there, brother.
Bang, bang.
As
We'll be back
always,
next week
on
on
the
the How We
ones
Doing
and twos.
podcast.
Nice job, Donnie.
See you
Nice
next
job.
week.
Se fue.
Peace.
Way.
Peace out.